the 5-star shout out.
I'm not gonna say it because I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You can't make you know what I'm talking about.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to The Side John. I am your host, Sharon the Chocolate Girl, and I'm here with my returning and wonderful and very special guest, the Love Doctor relationship coach, friend extraordinaire, Dr. Lynn Sturdivant. Welcome, Lynn.
What's up?
How are you doing today? It's Saturday. It's favorite day of the week.
It's going to be hot. I'm going to get my walk in, working on my tan.
Yeah, you're a tan. Do you really need to work on yours? I don't need to work on mine. I can tell you that.
Well, I'm trying to get at least 20, 30 minutes of sunlight so I can sleep at night. So
is that the key to sleeping at night is getting more sunlight?
You got your circadian rhythms are set by the sun. So yeah, got to get some sunlight.
Circadian rhythm, huh? Okay. I don't know what that is, but it sounds like I need to get in tune with it, huh? I need to get in tune with it. So thank you guys for your patience. Had some technical issues this morning. It's weird on the other side of this StreamYard thing. It's a little weird sometimes. And today it was, and I didn't really know how to handle it. So shout out to our producer today, Sam Sports Media Network, Empire, BJ, you all that in a bag of chips. So thank you so much for bailing us out this morning. So, often in my feed, videos pop up from people I don't even follow. I'm sure that happens to everybody on Facebook. And sometimes I'll click on something that I'm mean to watch. And then if I scroll to the next video, sometimes I'll just look and scroll to see what else is in there in the video world. And this guy's videos started popping up in my feed one day. And all he does is ask a question in the video. His question doesn't take long, few seconds. And he'll ask the questions. Let me know in the comments. And that's his whole video, right? And so all these videos started showing up in my feed. And I was like, they're funny, some of them. But some of them, I was like, I got to have Lynn on to talk about these, because I bet you my opinion is going to be rare. I don't know. Maybe I do think maybe my view is the going view. I don't know. But you know me, I've never been one to like to be the going view anyway. But before we get started on these wonderful videos and information, as we do right about this time every week, we ask our special guests how their week has been. So, Dr. Lynn, how's your week been this week?
It's good. The side hustle is starting to pick up a little momentum now. So it was good. Creating content and what else? That's going really well. But then I had a couple of sessions. I do session work too, so I have a few sessions this week as well. So it's a good week. Good, nice balance. Kind of slow down to one thing and kind of picking up on the other thing.
Okay, well, good. I had a pretty busy week. Really, really busy at work still, working on that project that I was telling you guys about last week. And yeah, I've been burning the candle at both ends, it seems. And I need to stop doing that. So hopefully this upcoming week, I'll do some more self-care and maybe get some more sunlight, like you were just mentioning, because I've been cooped up in the house for the most part, doing a whole bunch of laptop work.
Yeah. You need them photons from the sun.
Yeah. I really do.
Your melanin and the whole chain of events afterwards. It also triggers depression, seasonal affective disorder in front of the screen.
Right.
You only get a little bit, but when you're out in the sun, you get 100%. So,
well, I also have a vitamin D deficiency, so I definitely need more sunlight. I mean, mine is so deficient. I literally have to take vitamin D daily.
D3.
Yes.
Yeah. How many IUs?
I don't know. Whatever the doctors prescribe.
Oh,
it's in my body every morning.
Okay.
But anyway, I need to get it refilled though, because I let myself run out.
You can go to the drugstore and get the same thing.
I know it. But it actually costs me less if I get it this way, because my prescriptions are only $5.
Yeah, but you're only getting 5,000 IUs when you probably need 50,000.
I don't know. Whatever it is, it makes a difference. I'm following the good doctor, and what she tells me to do, I'm gonna do it. But anyway,
that's a whole other episode. But okay.
I got another thing that I want to point out. I mentioned earlier that we had a great producer in here helping us out with the show this morning, as he does nearly every Saturday morning with the Sam Sports Media Network. His name is BJ, and I just found out tomorrow is his birthday. Tomorrow is his birthday. So happy birthday, BJ, behind the scenes. And you guys can put your birthday wishes in the comments to my friend BJ. As you know, my co-host is not here. He had an emergency, but it's not a medical one. He's fine. But he has something come up, so he can't be with us today. So he sends his apologies, Lynn. Okay. He'll get you next time. Okay. So let's just start. I'm going to start with one. Now, this one is a letter. Okay. So, here at the Side John, we're only here to help. That's what we're here to do, just to help. And so we ask you to send us letters. So I have a letter. So, dear Side John, my two best friends broke up after dating for a year. And now they're asking me to choose sides. Neither one of them cheated on the other or anything. They realize that they have some political differences they just can't work through. So I'm getting gnarly flashbacks to my parents' divorce thanks to them, but I don't know how to tell them I want to stay friends with both of them. How do I avoid breaking up with either friend? Signed, In the Middle. So what do you have to say to In the Middle?
Stay in the middle. Stay out of it. Yeah, you know, unless somebody's asking you for some specific advice that's external to the relationship, yeah. But internally, like if my best friends were in the middle of something like that, I let them work it out, because my influence is going to sway, one way or the other, and I don't want to be responsible for your relationship. So, of
course.
I'm just.
Do you have any suggestions on the best way that they can navigate that?
As a couple, yeah, you probably need to come in because it's not about political views. That's just on.
No, not the couple, the friend. How best they navigate still being friends, even though they're not together, they're not dealing with each other anymore.
Well,
How
you
do
just
you
maintain your
stay in the
friendship.
middle? Hmm?
Because what you're talking about a triangle. So there's three people in the triangle. I don't want to be the third wheel, so I would just back out of that and let them handle it. I'm going to be friends with both of you. If y'all can't be in the same space, okay, then we'll tread carefully about going to the restaurant together or going to a show or something without warning. But it's kind of silly that two adults can't be in the same space. That's a lot of child energy.
True.
So it ain't got nothing to do with politics. That there's something else going on, and you having to navigate that. That's not unless you're a professional, because you need to know all the parameters of what's going on, and I'm pretty sure that she doesn't. So
Okay. Well,
STFU.
does it matter? Does it matter if the friend met one of them through the other? Like they knew one first and then they started dating and then they broke up and now they're friends with both of them. Does that matter that who they met first or who they met them through or anything like that?
It doesn't matter. I don't want to get sunk down into that's child energy.
Mm-hmm.
I try to not engage in something that's going to, because people swap in and out of adult energy, child energy. They swap in and out all day. So it depends on whether or not, you want to get down like that. If I got two friends in child energy, I'm going to be the adult in the room because I don't want to get into that. That's 8th grade stuff,
So when one of the friends steps to you and says, "Well, you're my friend and I'm not dealing with him anymore, so I expect you to stop talking to him too," then your answer is going to be, "I'm not giving into this child energy. I'm going to be everybody's friend. I don't care what you say." Is that how it's going to roll with you?
Yep. Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I'm going to be on your side because you were my friend first. What are we in the 8th grade? I mean,
well, believe it or not, there are some adults that still feel this way, even though they're adults. Right. I mean, every day. And they talk about loyalties and, if you don't like them, I don't like them and that type of thing. And I'm kind of like that to a certain extent about some things, but unless the person, okay, you got two people there together and he abuses her, like he, in some way, emotional, physical, whatever, he abuses her. And so she walks out and she breaks it off with him. And I'm glad she left him. I probably won't be talking to him anymore. Right? Because he did something to really harm her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Physical.
When it comes to like the cheating, that's also where women especially get really caught up in the, I can't believe you still talk to him when you know he cheated on me type of thing.
Yeah. Well, everybody has different parameters for their deal breakers.
Mm-hmm.
So physical violence, that's a deal breaker. You put your hands on my friend and I'm trying to stay out of it. Then once my friend tells me that, then I couldn't, knowing that you like to put your hands on women, that's a big no-no. But I don't hang out with people like that. So
exactly. You do not.
No.
And I just, and well, it's the same thing about the cheating for me. It's like I had a couple that I was friends with before, and he cheated on her. 2 things happened though, Lynn. 2 things. I'm the one that caught him cheating. That was the first thing. So I immediately had a conversation with him on the spot, not in front of the girl he was cheating with. I didn't do it all like that. This is not Cheater TV show. I'm not her. But I did say, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And, pulled him aside and talked to him. And I wasn't animated. I smiled and just, "What the hell are you doing?" That type of thing. And so I had that conversation. But then when I went to tell her, she didn't believe me. Remember? I think I told you about this before. She didn't believe me. She accused me
Oh,
of wanting her man or not being happy that they were together because I was single at the time. Well, you ain't got no man. Well, little did she know I did have a man, but she just didn't know about it. She didn't know who it was. But anyway.
People out your business. Okay.
Right. I kept that on the low because we were getting to know each other. We weren't ready to tell people we were together, all that. So she didn't know, but this is what she thought. That was my thing. This is what she thought about me, her friend. And I was like, I'm trying to help you. So I told you, but my lesson then was that you have to really know your friend. You got to really know who you can give this information to when you find out.
Right. But she was your friend, but she wasn't in your circle.
She was supposed to be.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah.
In my circle,
she was supposed to be, and that's what she no longer was after that. Because I was like, so you think, okay, well, I tell you what, you and your man can stay over there. Yes. And I mean, it was that day. It was that day instantly. I never talked to her or had a conversation with her again, period. On any level.
That's reasonable.
Yeah.
When they show you who they are, believe them.
Right. And so I guess it is a case by case type of basis.
It is.
You can't give a blanket answer, I guess. Oh, well, if they break up, I'm sticking with my friend or whatever. And I'm also not one to choose sides based upon male or female either. The woman's not always right just because I'm a woman. I raised a son. I have a son. And that raising that son, it brought some thoughts and feelings out of me I didn't even realize I had any concerns about, because I'm raising a child that's the opposite sex from me. Which, yeah.
It's deep.
It is deep.
It goes layers.
Yeah. Okay. So this is what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to play a video. I'm going to try. Let me see. Oh, okay. So producer, put on the first video if you can. I don't know which one is going to be.
Let's say you've already been married for about 2 or 3 years and it's a great marriage. Everything is all right. And then you find that your wedding ring came from Walmart. Would you be disappointed? Or would it not matter because everything's all right? Let me know.
All right. Now that's a good question. I really want the people in the audience to answer that question. I want to know what some of their answers are going to be. So, Lynn, you heard the question. Mm-hmm. You rolling along. Everything is good. Mm-hmm. I guess you got to speak from an idea of the woman, I guess, because he gave her a Walmart ring. And that's who he's asking. He asked the questions of women.
Right.
And okay, I'm going to go first this time.
Okay.
I'm going to say, for me, it wouldn't matter to me. The only thing that I would be upset about is that he didn't tell me. But I wouldn't be mad. No, hear me out. I wouldn't be mad to the point where I would be like, this is cheap. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't do that. But the one thing that I would say is, why did you make it seem as if you got this from Zales or somebody when you actually got it from Walmart? You don't have to be ashamed of that. You know me. I'm not materialistic like that. I mean, who doesn't want a expensive ring when you're a woman and you get married? Who doesn't want all that? But if you can't afford it, I must know, because I'm marrying you. I married you, so I must know where you are financially. You get what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be upset to know that you got it from Walmart. We like this. That's why we get married. Because if we weren't, I wouldn't be marrying your ass. So you should be comfortable telling me.
You should be.
But I wouldn't be mad. You know, some of these women are getting angry about. I'm not going to be angry. I'm just going to say to him, next time, just just be honest. I'm cool with that. I'm not her.
Okay.
I'll
Got
take a Walmart ring if that's all you can afford. But best believe when we make that 10-year anniversary, I better see an upgrade somewhere. But anyway, that's another story. But go ahead, Dr. Lynn.
Okay. So, number one, Walmart is the third largest retailer in the country of jewelry. 3, right behind K's and Zales.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That sense of destructive entitlement that I need a ring from this place. These are things you find out premaritally. See, and I tell folks my disclaimer up front is my premarital is absolutely brutal. You could break up because you're gonna find out some stuff that you didn't know, and this is one of the things that would come up and come out. So that sense of destructive entitlement that I'm entitled to a ring from the number one place, it kind of signals that A, you grew up poor, B, what kind of relationship did you have with your dad that would make you feel that way? Did your dad not spoil you? Was your dad in your life? I mean, it sets off a chain reaction of other questions that's going to follow. The value, you can get a VVS1 grade from Walmart.
You can.
Third largest jeweler. So third, and on the times I am in Walmart, I always kind of walk by that case and like, wow, that's really nice. And you may see it at a discounted price, but you can always have it evaluated. But the fact that it came from Walmart speaks to a deeper kind of thing going on with that person. I got to have name brand, or I got to have, that perfectionist kind of stuff. So perfection is a cover up for shame. What are you ashamed of that you're trying to cover up with name brand stuff? Did you grow up poor? Did you grow up,
Okay.
But yeah, usually it's a sign. And of course, then we start to go down these rabbit holes of, I didn't have this growing up, and kids laughed at me in school, and my mom couldn't afford me to have Jordans, and so I had BBs or something like that. Right. So when I got to be of age, I'm trying to go retrofit my past into my future. So I grew up poor, but ain't nobody gonna know that because I've got a Birkenstock bag, or I got red bottom heels, or I got a ring from. If you really want to get down, you go to the smaller shops. And I don't go to the big retailers. You go to the mom and pops. They got pink diamonds in there.
They sure do. Exquisite.
I mean, you walk in the door, it's $25,000. So if you really want to get down, K Jewelers ain't really the place to get you.
Yeah. Well, okay.
I don't. Destructive entitlement along with shame that we have to go down those roads.
Well, I think my opinion is rare, because I've seen some of the comments under that video and others talking about Walmart rings. And then you hear comedians talk about, oh, she got a ring from Walmart, like it's a bad thing.
Would it make her feel better if it came from Sam's Club? No, probably not. And this is the thing. You were talking about how Walmart is the third leading jeweler in the nation, right? Mm-hmm.
Guess what the number one mover of flowers is? Fresh flowers.
FTD?
What company? Nope.
Walmart?
No.
Sam's Club?
Nope.
Number one mover.
That's number one floral retailer.
They're out of Florida.
Nope.
No? Okay.
Based out of Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know who that is.
Kroger, the grocery store.
Number one?
Unless it's recently changed. It's been Kroger for years.
Wow. Didn't know that.
Years. And so when I would get people flowers, I would order it from Kroger because the flowers were more robust and they would last longer. And that's how I learned about it. My sister's ex-husband was the one that taught me about that, because that's where he used to get the flowers. He would get the best flowers. And finally, I just asked him, I'm like, where did you get these flowers, man? Because I mean, they were the best flowers. And he said, when he told me, I didn't think he knew what he was talking about. So I looked it up, and it was true.
Wow.
And unless something drastic happened, it still is true. So if somebody look it up and they get something different, then that's recent years then. But yeah, it was Kroger. So getting flowers from Kroger versus Jim's floral shop doesn't matter to me. It just doesn't matter. It's the quality of the flower for me.
Right. And the thought.
And the thought.
And the emotional stuff that goes along with it.
Exactly. So, but then again, I'm one of those hopeless romantics that would say, "Oh, I love you. I'll live with you in a cardboard box if we had to, just to be with you." I'm one of them crazy people like that. Right. So I guess. But anyway, all right, producer, on to the next video.
Ladies, I got a question. If you're receiving child support, is it okay for you to use some of that child support to pay some of the household bills? Or should you already have the household bills covered and the child support should be for the child strictly? Let me know.
Producer, can you play that one more time? Play that video one more time, because I want to hear the two questions.
All right, ladies, I got a question. If you're receiving child support, is it okay for you to use some of that child support to pay some of the household bills? Or should you already have the household bills covered and the child support should be for the child strictly? Let me know.
Lynn, I want you to take this one first.
Okay. So the child is connected to the house. So if there's no electricity in the house, then I'm going to use child support to turn on or keep on the electricity. So you don't have any discretion over the distribution of funds. Your job is to pay monthly and then shut the hell up. So, because ain't nothing you can do about that. Nothing.
But get the second part of his question. He said, or should you already have the bills accounted for and just use the child support for child stuff? Child, just for the child, strictly for the child. That's how he worded it. That's why I wanted him to play it twice, because I wanted to listen to how he worded the second part of that question.
Yeah. And again, it's nothing you got control over. You had control, but you didn't wear it. So once you give up control, ain't nothing you can do about that.
True. Well, for me, my answer, since he asked me as a woman, my answer is I should be able to spend that money
on the
bills, because what's the definition of support? That's what I started thinking about. Well, it's child support. Yeah, it's child support. So I brought up the definition. Support: bear all or part of the weight of, hold up, give assistance to, especially financially, enable to function or act. Support: a thing that bears the weight of something or keeps it upright. Material assistance. That's support. It's child support. I'm sure, like you said, electricity, food, water, clothes, That's all support
It
for the
helps.
child. The child lives in my house.
The
We
child
need light.
uses electric.
We need electricity to run the
need warm
refrigerators so
water.
we can keep our food cool and not spoiled. I mean, I get so tired of these dudes. I see these dudes commenting
Yeah, but it again
about the child support can't be used to get her hair done. That's the number one question I get: hair and nails. She's using it to get her hair and nails done. Let me tell you something. Depending on her job, that's part of child support. Because depending on her job, she has to maintain a professional appearance, which includes her hair and her nails being done at some level, especially if you're in the C-suite. That's the truth. You gotta bring it. That's how you have to have your executive presence. That's having your hair and your nails right. Women's nails can't be raggedy. And that's just the fact of it.
Okay.
So that could be part of support for that child because it helps her maintain her job.
Okay. So this doesn't have anything to do with child support, firstly. And it's about trying to exert control over what you think you have a right to. This is my money, so I want it strictly for just the child and da-da-da-da-da. That ain't got nothing to do with the child or it's a child support. Nothing. It's about control.
I mean, I agree with you. I agree that's what it's really about. But what about the men that say, no, it's not about that. I just want my money to go just for the child. And the child lives with her. But I said, she got to keep the lights on.
Well,
so I'm gonna give you a quick example. Let's say she brings home $2,000 a week. That's take home pay. She brings home $2,000 a week, and that's what's that? That's around roughly $8,000 a month. And her living expenses, alone are right around about $5,000. That includes rent, gas, electric, whatever. And then whatever $250 she gets from him, she decides to spend it on something for the household.
Discretionary.
Then he's mad. Oh, that wasn't for the child. Well, it is for the child. If I go take that $250 and I go spend it on a new bed for her room, for the child's room, that's for the child. Yes, it's furniture in my house, but it's her furniture to use. If I spend it on a couch, it's her couch to use. If I get a dining room table with chairs with my $250, that's for the child. How are you regulating in my household what is support for the child?
Because it's my money and I get to dictate.
Yeah,
no,
that's
right.
That's the reason why. That's why you can't do that in my house.
Well, you can't do it no man can do it in any house. They're
not gonna know what I spend it on.
If you have that much concern about the child, then she can live with you.
Mm-hmm. No. Where most of these women are making their mistake, though, Lynn, is they're talking to the child and telling them too much. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. Children are supposed to stay in the child's place. And a lot of time, these single parents get these children away from their other parent, and they like to tell them, or they like to ask them, what did she spend that money on? What did she buy? Has she bought anything? Has she bought this and blah, blah, blah? I gave her $200 to buy you a pair of Jordans. Did she buy you a pair of Jordans yet?
Right.
No. Well, why is he asking the child? See, that's what I'm saying. And then if she hasn't bought the Jordans, maybe she spent it on something else.
Well, that's adultification. You don't.
That's the word. That's the word. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for.
You don't have that kind of conversation with a 5-year-old child. Mm-mm. Because now the child's caught up in your vacuum of doing stupid shit. So She turned into the child as if the child was a confidant.
Right.
Right. Your child ain't your confidant.
And pumping them up for
you have
info to use. And,
Right.
and no. And,
Right.
and as the
Right.
mother, my child shouldn't know that he gave me $200 for your Jordans.
See, and
If I go buy him Jordans, I'm buying the Jordans. Period.
Right, but you don't involve the child in an adult conversation.
That's it. That's it.
So these kids that grow up real fast, you know, and it's usually an only child. A lot of times,
A lot of times, yeah.
You grow up real fast. You know more stuff than your cohort. Okay,
Well,
for a child. So that's wrong, and she needs other adults in her life. But she's got a lot of child energy. So there's a child, you're a child. So
what's something else, Lynn? You know, I'm gonna say something else that's unpopular. These are the type of things you need to think about before you decide to have sex with somebody anyway. Because I mean, you have a chance of getting the person pregnant or having a baby.
if you swinging, oh yeah.
So if you looking at this chick and you can see what she's about, she's all materialistic and stuff. Why are you trying to be reckless with your stuff? Wrap it up if you're gonna do it.
Well, you know,
because then when the baby comes and she wants hair and nails done, how are you gonna get mad? She was getting it before you got her pregnant. I don't understand. How is that supposed to change now?
well, for a lot of guys, sex gives them a sense of accomplishment, a sense of being, you know, I conquered, I came, I saw, I conquered, I got it. Now what? So if you really want to trace the roots of that goes all the way back to slavery. Big bucks. They you know, this is why we had the guy said, this is why we have the NFL, nigga getting large. Chris Rock. Yeah, because the one big guy would go, yeah, boss, I get her pregnant. And the only time he was worth anything was when, you know, he was producing slaves.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't really shook that.
Not in our DNA. Probably. So, you're probably right.
So the time though, from the early 40s to just about maybe mid 60s, before the Civil Rights Act of 1963 came into our lives that Martin Luther King fought for, 73% of Black households were married. Half of them were business owners. We didn't have any government in our business because we were self-contained. We were doing quite well. You can look at Rosewood, and you can look at a couple other thriving Black cities that didn't have any government interference. They were balling just fine. And then when this act came through, it gave Black women the same access that white women had been having all along when their man was away at war. So now we have that. And so ever since then, our marriage rates have plummeted. Divorces plummeted. Divorces actually went up. Mm-hmm. So we started to take advantage of things that we couldn't take advantage of before, and it absolutely destroyed the community, because the only time you could get those benefits is if a man were not in your house. That was the basis of it. So, but that has historical roots, kind of tied to 1968 when uncontested divorces were granted in California, because it was an act of war for a woman to get a divorce. You really had to go through a lot of stuff. So when that passed, then that gave the country access. And so all of the states started to adopt it. Some states would try to maintain, like North Carolina, it's like you got to be together, you know, your separation for 12 months. But if you're in Atlanta, it's 30 days. So the government makes way more money when you married than versus when you single.
Of course. So
that's why some states do the 12-month separation thing. Make sure that you know, they're still trying to enforce that you have to go through an act of Congress to get a divorce. So, but that's the tail end of it. But you can go to Florida and get divorced in 30 days. And I think at Georgia's 30 days too. But 50% of the people who get the divorce regret it within 8 months. That's another story.
I don't care. I want my divorce in less than 90 days. I want it done and over with.
Oh,
If
okay.
I get it.
It just perpetuates the cycle.
Nah. Bye. Bye cycle. Goodbye. Mm-mm. And when my mind is made up, that's when I want it to be done. Right then. That's just me. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, and I didn't say I'm right. It's just me.
Well, men historically have been taught not to value their seed, especially black men. That
Terrible.
part. It is terrible.
Well,
It-
there's a comment in the comments. Somebody commented, do not use the child support for another guy. Nobody's talking about that. I'm like, what you talking about, Dennis? We're not, I don't, well, I will say this, Lynn. In these social media streets, I see guys accusing women of this all the time. That I don't want to give her any money because she's gonna spend it on some other
and there's nothing you can do about it.
buy-in, as they call them now.
You-
And I'm like,
ain't nothing you can do about that.
there's nothing you can do about it. But why would you think that? Oh, and Damon, let me explain this, what I said about the nails. I don't mean any woman's nails. I specifically said it depends on her job. And if her nails being done, if her job is affected by that, then yes, that's part of child support. Now, if it's not, like me, I work where I work. I'm not the CEO. My nails don't matter. I don't have to look that part. So no, if I was getting child support, I wouldn't spend it on my hair or nails because it doesn't matter in my position. But you can't blanketly say it's never for hair or nails. That's all I'm saying. You have to look at, you got to have it in context.
Well,
It's not about keeping her up. It's not about keeping her up so she can look good for some other man. See, that's what they think.
But that
He
again,
said it's for her job.
yeah, that's child energy. It's child energy.
What the guy saying that?
Yeah. You don't get to dictate. When if you had valued your seed a little bit more, then you wouldn't have to be worrying about the ramifications afterwards. So you value your seed.
I'm gonna go back to what I just said a few minutes ago. If you picked the person you're gonna have sex with better, then you would trust that the money that she spends is gonna be for your child. You wouldn't even be thinking that she would do something else like that if you had picked the right person anyway.
Well,
That's why you got to stop laying around with just any old body and then being pissed off about it later. You picked her.
Well, I mean, this is chasing versus attracting. And this is a whole nother ball of wax. Chasing after, women or sex or men. If you chasing, you're doing it wrong. You have to focus on attracting. Stop chasing, start attracting who you want to be with. It's a whole different mindset because you ain't gonna chase. Out of 100 people you chase, you might like 3, and who wants to go through 100 to get to 3? You focus on attracting, and that's a whole nother. It's a whole nother mindset. I go through this with my clients. Stop chasing it.
Well, the comments are on fire. This Dose of Hope, whoever Dose of Hope said this whole conversation is wild. LOL. I'm like, I don't think it's wild. I'm just keeping it real. And then someone asked, so if a man got child support, I can get a haircut? Yeah, depending on your job. Now, if you are the head of whatever at XYZ company, or you're an entrepreneur and you're the CEO and founder and you have your company and you're in front of people doing presentations to get work to take care of your child, then if I'm giving you child support and you use it on a haircut for you, I'm not mad about it. It's support. And why wouldn't I want the father of my child looking his best? See, that's what I'm talking about too.
Well,
Why wouldn't you want the mother of your child walking around with your seed? If you value your seed, you want that woman looking nice, looking her best, walking around with your child, looking their best. So if she a stripper, I got to buy her new outfits to strip in each week? No. I didn't say that. That's a stripper. She don't have clothes on but 15 seconds anyway. So no. I was very specific. Her clothes and nails being done don't affect the stripper on the pole, but it definitely affects that CEO or vice president of marketing or vice president of finance of XYZ company. That's part of her job.
Well,
see, I'm saying it for specific positions. If she's a part-timer at Wendy's, no. Because nails and hair, that's not for her job. That's not required or needed for her to do her job or keep her job. No.
Well, you know, and I've had clients from the entire financial spectrum. I got the guys with deep pockets don't care what you do. They come by, they get their child, they go enjoy the child, they return the child. If you struggling yourself and you got 2 or 3 jobs and you trying to, and you got to pay child support on top of that, you know, I've seen child support devastate a man's check, be as much as 50% of what he brings home. That's devastating. It's a lifestyle change. So the government's going to be a lot more harsher on the men, you know, because that's what they do. And I'm almost sure. I used to think that the government gets a cut of that child support, especially if they got to run you down and find out where you spending money at, and got to do all that investigation. Yeah, child support probably they get a little cut. It ain't much, but they get a cut before you get it. So. But that's, you know, guys with deep pockets don't worry about the guys who ain't making as much money. It's going to be, it's a struggle because it's a lifestyle change. Child support.
It is.
It's devastating lifestyle change.
And
you know,
always think about that before you have sex with these people. I can't stress that enough. Need to be more selective. All right, producer. Next video, please.
Let's say you send your daughter to baby daddy's house. Ladies, let's say you send your daughter.
Uh-oh.
Let's say you had a female friend that Ladies, let's say you had a female friend that
Why does it keep getting
you
hung
knew
up?
looked way better than you. Would you be comfortable inviting her over for cookouts and things like that at your home around you and your man? Or would you be like, no?
I think we got it.
All right. I don't know what's going on. Why is the video lagging like that? But
I don't know. We got it.
Because it's not the thing, it's the video. And it's 2.
Okay.
It wasn't just one, it was both of them. That's crazy.
Let's say you had a female friend that
That's wild.
you knew looked way better than you. Would you be comfortable inviting her over for cookouts and things like that at your home?
All right, so I don't know what's up with this. Can you just explain it, please?
I will explain it. So what he's asking, ladies especially, is if you have a female friend that looks way better than you, would you invite her over for cookouts and things at your house? That's basically what he's asking. So you want me to give my answer?
Yep.
I actually experienced this, believe it or not, and I'm sure my sister is watching, but she's gonna be stunned for me to say that I thought one of my friends looked better than me, like way better, and I did. And I always thought she was gorgeous. She's a gorgeous woman, but I had no problems inviting her to my house, even though my man lived with me. It didn't bother me. But then I'm not an insecure person in that way. So I don't think my answer is typical. What I hear and what I've seen underneath that video and others asking this question is no, I would not. And I want to hear from the love doctor extraordinaire and the relationship coach extraordinaire. What's the right answer? I'm putting right in quotes because is there really a right answer? But what's the right answer?
It depends.
Okay.
Because there's layers to this. Now, if this is my best friend, Marty, I trust him. So he can be around. If I had a cookout, I invite Marty over and I'm cool. Because he's in my circle, right? Mm-hmm. People in my, I look, there's 4 people in my circle. it's tight. But all of them I would trust in my circle. Now, outside of my circle, no. If this is like a secondary friend or, somebody I work with or, somebody that I don't have a close relationship with, no. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that to myself. So, I'm thinking that it'll be harmless. No. And men are visual. Okay. So
yeah, that's what I hear. I hear that all men are visual. I don't want to tempt him. I'm like, tempt? What are you talking about?
Men are visual, women are auditory. It's what you say.
Okay. But being visual doesn't mean that you have to lust at a person just because they're beautiful. You can look at them and appreciate their beauty without trying to hit on them.
Yeah, but it's like being out on the Serengeti Plains. You spot a target, they're a target. I mean, we ain't no different than these animals. Here comes your friend. I mean, she top heavy, bottom heavy, tall, good skin, look good, fertile, all that stuff. And what's going on in the mind of the man is like, okay, I gotta pay attention to my girl. Pay attention to my girl. Her friend is firing. That's rough. That's rough. It seems like I've been in that situation. That's rough. It is because you have to. It's like going out to a restaurant, and some woman walks by and you have to ignore that impulse to go in front of your girl because that's disrespectful. So same difference.
They do it though.
Not the ones who are conscious about it. That's a red flag. If you date a man, he trailing another woman, you probably want to think about going any deeper. Because when you see stop signs, you need to stop and look both ways. Mm-hmm. Most people don't stop. This man has a premium. He check the standard boxes, but he's got these premiums, right? And I need 1 or 2 premiums to go along with my boxes being checked.
So your boy Dennis said put sunglasses on.
Yeah, that's like out on the beach. Yeah. I know that's a strategy for some.
Yeah, guys. but you can't be turning your head though. If you still turning the head, we know what you're doing. See, if you're gonna put the sunglasses on, you gotta learn how to look around.
I mean,
you gotta have that good peripheral vision.
But you should, if that's really important to you, then marry a woman like that. And to be satisfied with, I got that. I got all that at home. I got that. She fires just the way I like. I got that.
Okay. All righty. Well, he said, I heard in Dubai you can't look at ladies out there. That's why they all wear sunglasses.
Yeah, I'm not subjecting myself to a foreign country.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. And I hear Dubai is fabulous, but that's not your culture.
No, I heard it's beautiful too, but as a woman, I just don't have any desire to go there.
I don't have any desire to go there either. And
I know plenty of women friends who have been there and loved it, and that's great.
Yeah. Everything's brand new. That's oil money.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everything's beautiful.
It's just not a place that I want to get caught up in because I'm not a lucky person. So I'd be the one over there, and all of a sudden, a civil war break out or something crazy like that. That's the type of stuff that happens around.
There's a lot of wars going on. There's at least 3 or 4 wars going on. Now China's eyeballing Taiwan, so they're going through drills. I wouldn't even go on that side of the planet. I'm heading south to Ghana in Africa.
All right.
It's crazy. So, but yeah.
All right. So Damon, this is sports guru, by the way. Shout out to Damon. He said the reality is both men and women don't spend nearly enough time vetting or getting to know the person or persons we are intimate with. I agree. Unfortunately, this lackluster approach, repeated often by both men and women, is the reason why couples, marriages, relationships in general are the biggest reasons a majority of households in this country are in pitiful shape. Yes. I probably don't think it's a good practice bringing the opposite sex around your man or women. Doesn't bother me. Usually my man knows my friends, so it's just not an issue with me. And I've never had that happen where one of my friends got with my man. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's a lot of child energy. I mean, an adult means you can control your impulses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't act on those impulses. In my adult energy, in my child energy, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm.
Child energy, and it's child energy because when you do it, you the excuse is, I can't believe I've done that. Can't believe I said that. I don't know what I was thinking. Blah blah blah. Well, you were in child energy, and now your adult energy has come in and clean it up. That part. It's ugly.
Well, producer, do we have another one? Another video?
So can I add to the conversation?
Oh yes, of course.
All right. So again, viewer discretion.
Hey bitch, like how the fuck is you doing all of that extra makeup, all that extra jewelry and shit, bitch? And then you go on and fucking hoochie cut a short.
Why is this fucking lagging?
Knowing my nigga coming with us out. That's weird, bitch. You not my fucking friend for real, bitch. You're not real.
Okay, but
hold on.
First off, if that's your nigga, he shouldn't even be looking at me.
Okay, bitch, you don't even need to be giving him a reason to look at you. Bitch,
I'm just being.
So she fussing at her friend because her friend looked better than her on her birthday. And she telling her friend, well, you shouldn't be giving him a reason to look at you. I guess it depends on what she had on.
Don't matter.
I'm gonna say it does because okay, let's say you my man, right? And it's your birthday and I'm having a party for you, and I invite all of our mutual friends because we all know each other. And she comes looking like she the stripper on the pole we were talking about earlier. Like breast out, booty out, all that. That's inappropriate period. That's just inappropriate. Now, if she came and she's a beautiful woman, but she's dressed modestly, she just got on a t-shirt and, you know, a loose t-shirt and some baggy jeans, and she or sweatpants or something, she comes in there, and that's not a big deal. You see what I'm saying? So
right.
That's why I'm saying. That's why I'm saying that the attire, what they wear, does matter. It can matter. I'll put it that way. It can.
It shouldn't, but you know, it don't matter what she got on. She could be in a cardboard box. It don't matter, because most, again, men are visual, so we have trained our eyes to see through all of that.
Well, what you think, BJ?
Hold on, let me try to play it again to see if I fixed it.
Birthday, bitch. Like, how the fuck is you doing all of that extra makeup, all that extra jewelry and shit, bitch? And then you going to fucking hoochie cut the shorts, knowing my nigga coming with us out. That's weird, bitch. You not my fucking friend for real, bitch. You not real.
Okay,
because
but
it's my birthday.
First off, if that's
it's
your
about me.
If that's your nigga, he shouldn't even be looking at me.
Okay, bitch, you don't even need to be giving him a reason to look at you, bitch.
Bitch, I'm just being.
Bitch, I'm just being me. Jeans skirt, bitch.
Bitch, I'm just being me. Why are you yelling? Like, it's not even that deep.
My feelings hurt, bitch. You supposed to be a real bitch, and you trying to look better than me.
Okay,
on my day.
Bitch, what you wanted me to wear? Some fucking hand-me-downs and some corduroys,
no,
bitch?
You should have put on a jean skirt or some fucking leggings or something, or some baggy jeans, bitch. You know you got more body than me. That's not right, cuz. That's wrong.
Bitch, that's not wrong. Bitch, that's how you
like,
mad.
That's fucked up because we supposed to be enjoying my birthday, and I can't even enjoy my birthday because you're looking
bitch, how
better
are you
than
gonna
me.
allow what I have
better
on?
Than me.
How are you gonna allow what I have on to make you feel a type of way on your birthday?
Let me talk. Like, every time we go in the spot, they're looking at you, they're looking over me. Like, that's not how it's supposed to be.
Oh my gosh.
It's my birthday.
You gotta pick your friends better. That's what I'm saying. Because if she did all that, and that was building up for a long time.
Oh, it's been there. It's been there the whole time. She just came out with it. But again, that was a lot of child energy. That's a lot. Yeah, I mean, because she lacks the confidence. You know, you may not have as much equipment. You may not be firing, but that doesn't matter. It depends on your energy. Okay, your energy walking into a room. You should be as flat as a board. But if she's got that, I don't know. I guess I don't know what you call it with women. That the big dick energy. Yeah, she could be that flat and walk into a room and take it over. So that's her own insecurities.
Oh, they call it hoe energy for us.
Okay. Well, okay, that's what they call it. So
that's what they call it. It's not me. Don't shoot the messenger. It's not my feeling, but that's what I hear. It's called hoe energy.
Right. So that it's your energy walking into the room. You know. So yeah, she's got that, but I got the energy. So
Dennis says she's insecure.
Yeah,
and I agree. And see, I don't know. Sometimes my lack of insecurity probably puts me in bad situations. I'll say that because I just don't think about that. I'm serious, BJ, because if I have a man and I say he's mine, I'm not worried about him, you know, looking at some other chick because she looked better than me and all. I'm not worried about that. I used to be in my 20s. I'm not now. I'm not worried about it now because it's a choice. Everybody has choices, visual or not. You have a choice to make. Who told you about whole energy? Dennis, them friends are yours? Them friends that you always talking about? Oh, energy. Damon said, let me correct myself. I always say mostly to my children, know your talent, meaning some people should not bring certain friends to their home around your man or women. P.S. The woman in the video is insane, insecure, toxic. Please, brothers, run as fast as you can. Well, yeah, she is. I mean, listen to the way she talked. I mean, She wouldn't be my
Childish
friend
indeed.
because she addresses me as bitch. And so, I have a problem. I am one of those black women that have a problem with that word. Don't be calling me that. Do not call me that word.
That's not your generation, Sharon.
No, it's not. But what did I tell you before the show? I can only speak from my generation. That's all I can do. I'm not you.
Right.
And anyway,
What's
up, Ian? God, I forgot his name. The birdcage guy. I forgot his name. But anyway, definitely enjoying this episode. I can't comment much. I'm busy cooking brunch in the kitchen. Come cook me brunch. I want some brunch. I wish I had somebody come over here and cook me brunch. I'm tired.
Her shot? That's crazy.
I'm not shooting no shot. I said brunch. Ryan, that's right. Shout out to Ryan of the birdcage. Thank you, Dennis. Do we have another video, Mr. Producer? Okay. No problem.
Now I gotta make sure it's the right one because they out of order now. So.
I got a question for you. Let's say you've already been.
Nope, that's not the right one.
It's okay.
So let's hold on.
Oh, the hair one. I want to do the hair one.
If a guy had a 90-day rule before he spent any money on you, would you still go on a date with him? Let me know.
Oh, play that again.
Ladies, if a guy had a 90-day rule before he spent any money on you, would you still go on a date with him? Let me know.
Okay. So, yes, I would. If I really wanted to go. Well, no, actually, no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I changed my mind. No, I wouldn't. You know why? Because I feel like spending money on a person, there doesn't need to be a rule for that. There shouldn't be a 90-day rule. I can't spend any money on you for the first 90 days because we're talking about money. We're not talking about sex. It's two different things. But see, that's where this question is coming from. This is coming from the question from the 90-day rule that so-and-so says that women should have before they actually get sexual with a guy after meeting them. Don't do it the first 90 days. So that's where this question is coming from. Well, what if they said that 90 days they're not going to spend money? Stop equating money with sex. It's not the same thing. I'm not a paid prostitute. That's not who I am. So no.
I don't think it has anything to do with money.
No, it doesn't. That's my point. That's my point. He's trying to make a point by asking this question. Well, if you're gonna withhold, then why don't he withhold? That's what he's trying to do. And that to me is a false equivalency.
So it depends. So if you're dating across from each other, right? You're dating across, that's cool, right? But if you dating up and you want to be impressive, you'll spend that money. If you dating down, you're probably an asshole. So depending on your perception, is your date here, or here? Because all three of those are going to require a different part of you. If I date up, I'm a saint. If I'm dating a woman that's out of my league, I'm perfect. I'm holding the door. I know this chick's out of my league. I'm dating up. She knows I'm dating up, so she's dating down. So she could be an asshole, and I'm still I want her in my space so bad that I'll violate my integrity to be with her.
Story
That's
of my
a
life.
date up. That's the pure definition of a date up.
Yeah, I always date it down. Don't know why. But anyway.
The ideal situation is right in here. You don't pull date up or date down shit when you're equivalent, when you're equal. This is where you want to be because you don't have the impulse up or down. You here is the spot where reciprocity should take place. So it's not about money. It's not about sex. It's about, can you prioritize me? Can I trust you to prioritize me? and that if you do, I'm going to respond in kind. Most people respond in kind. You do that for me, I do that for you. That's right in here. But when you do this, you dating up or you dating down, then reciprocity gets thrown out the window.
Well, I agree. Well, I agree, but I disagree because I can only speak on my own experience.
It's tough, ain't it?
No, I'm just trying to find the right words to say exactly what's going on in here because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I want to say what I'm really thinking, and it's hard for me to put it in words. But what I'm saying is it's not really reciprocity with them. Men want you. It's almost like they want to buy it. If I spend money on you, they don't expect you to spend money on them. They expect you to sleep with them. See, so if it was, well, I'm going to spend money on you, then he expected her to spend money back. That's reciprocity because you're dealing with the same thing. But to me, my sex with you is not the same as money. I will spend money on a man first before I let him have sex with me. I sure would. I'm not going to do that. No.
But there's some form of reciprocity, right?
But see, that's if you feel like that's a form of reciprocity. I don't believe it is. I believe reciprocity has to be similar things. You got to be trading similar things, similar level of things.
That's why you date here. This is where you date.
Well, even if you are dating here, the man tends to feel like I spend money on you. You need to sleep with me.
No,
that's how they feel.
Not if you're in here.
Yes, yeah, even here.
No, guys who have that level of respect for you, they when a guy is ready to make up his mind that you're it, then you're here, right?
As far as levels, this is levels.
Right.
You were like dating up, dating down, income. Levels, right? Yeah. Even the ones that's right here, they don't have respect. They don't. Because they still, I'm not saying all, nothing is absolute, as my mom always used to say. So it's not all, but I'm just saying most of the guys that I know about, even when they're here, they spend money on you. That's the first thing they say. They have all these conversations. Remember, most of my friends are men. And I hear them talking about this. And I'm like, what does that have to do with her sleeping with you?
Okay.
We're women. Women are not like that. For the most part, women are not the type that would just sleep around for the most part. Now, you got some women that can. But your typical average chick, no, we're not like that. We attach feelings to it.
Well, where are you most likely to find that level of exchange? Up, down, or equal? In the bell of the curve, if you just want to get technical with it.
Usually, if the guy is dating down.
That's on the tail.
If the guy is dating down and he spends money, he really expects you to sleep with him because he knows that you're dating up. I shouldn't even be. You're lucky that I'm even with you, chick. And I spent all this money on you. Oh yeah, we doing something.
So Sharon, before I even comment, I just saw you do a lot of shows. I ain't never see you bright red like that. That means you want some bullshit, Sharon. You want some bullshit today, and I can see it.
What you mean?
But you gotta get you some female friends, Sharon, so you can learn the other side of the fence.
No, I have female friends. Plus I am one, so I know how we think and I know how we talk.
Denny's. I can go to Denny's right now, and that's all it takes. I mean, it's not much. It's a confidence level. You know what I mean? And then you gotta. Never mind. Yeah, it's a confidence level. I'm not gonna put myself in no hole. I gotta dig myself out of. Nah. But yeah, Sharon, you gotta get you some female friends so you can see the other side of the fence, Sharon. That's all I'm gonna say.
I have female friends, BJ. I got enough friends, believe me.
He said, "Shut up."
Dennis said, "Shut up," because he knows I got female friends, but I do have most of my friends are men, and they talk to me. I've always been a good confidant to men, always, because I'm not going to give them the typical woman answer. I don't, because I'm raising a child. I'm just different. I raised a son, and it changes your perspective.
Mhm.
There's a
Same
clip.
way,
There's
as
a
a
clip.
man having a daughter, that changes everything too. I mean,
Sometimes, not all.
well,
No, not with men. It's not
it did for me.
because men don't generally have that nurturing gene. It's not the same.
Can't say that.
It's not.
Can't
It's
say
not
that.
the same. I'm
you
not
got
saying
the
that it
goalpost.
never happens. I've watched men with daughters change. I know that's true, and I'm not dismissing BJ at all. I'm pretty sure he's being honest right now. I'm pretty sure of that.
But Sharon,
I'm pretty
that's
certain.
half the daughter. That's half of who she is.
Oh, I know. I got it.
So, but statistically, the most important person in the life of the child is the same sex parent. Statistically.
Dennis asking me, I'm trying to figure out who told her hoe energy. You hear it. I listen to talk shows. I listen to females. I'm sure some of your friends, them girls, you always say women be telling you stuff. And I'm always questioning you, Dennis, who your friends are. Who are these friends? Where you get these women from? Them. Go ask them, Dennis. I bet you they'll tell you that. But anyway, I just I got female friends though, BJ. I have a lot of them, but I just know that men have this expectations. They have it by and large, but nothing is absolute.
But Sharon, you're coming from a patriarchal point of view.
That's not my point of view. I'm telling you, that's what they think.
But
that's what they're telling me.
Right, but what you're thinking is patriarchal.
It is.
And patriarchal has been thrown out the window.
No.
It's a new day. It's a new rule.
No.
These folks ain't dating like that anymore.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Well,
yes, okay. They are. And part of the problem is the women's fault. Why? Because they don't adhere to the 90-day or the 120-day rule. They just don't.
Okay.
And one thing that this one male friend of mine taught me years ago, women have all the power in the world. And we have the control over the last no. And we don't use it.
Well, but men control marriage. Women control sex.
That's what I'm talking about. But that's the power.
Right.
Because we should know men want it at all costs.
Yeah, but see, the thing is
But you want the money, though, right? You want the money.
No.
Okay. You want to sit at home and watch 17.
No.
But why buy the cow when the milk's for free?
Exactly. I get it. I get it. That's the reason why you don't give away the milk for free.
And whose fault is that?
It's ours. It's the women's fault. We do it.
Okay.
Speaking of
we do it.
Dennis said T. Did you see about that T app? Are you on there?
I don't even know what that is. What is that?
Yeah, I'm on it. Yeah.
A woman made up to talk about men.
No. What is that?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's called T?
Yeah, it's called the T app. Yeah, you gotta get invited.
Oh, wait a minute. You said women made this up?
Yeah, women made it up to talk
about. Well, remember, I don't have that many women friends, so I guess that's why I don't know.
Yeah. So they allegedly made it, because I'm not on it. They allegedly they made it to talk about men and men that be cheating and doing this and doing that, and it became like a shopping app. Like women is now looking for these guys that do this and do that and all that stuff. But then they said it got hacked. So somebody hacked it. They've been putting your name, address, your ID, all that stuff on there. Now everybody information is out there in the world.
Oh, really?
So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Who would think of something like that?
that bitter baby mother that's just sitting at home waiting on that child support. Never mind. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm ready to go.
Anyway,
I gotta go wash the grass, so I'm ready to go.
you wash the grass. You washing grass now? But anyway, yeah. Well, this has been a good show. Do we have any more videos? I wanted to do the one about.
Let's say you send your daughter to your baby daddy's house, and he's in another relationship with another woman, and that woman decides to do your daughter's hair. And she comes back to your house like, look, Mom, my hair is done. Would you get mad that they didn't consult you about what style or should they even do it in the first place? Or would you be happy like, oh, that was a nice gesture? Let me know.
So I went through this one time, and it wasn't that bad of a conversation. But yeah, it fucked up my son's hairline. And it wasn't like really bad, but he was young, so he don't sit still. And I knew that, but yeah, it didn't go real well. But yeah, you can't mess up a kid hairline. Like you can't mess up my hairline like that. But we had a conversation about it. I was angry at first, and I told her, don't do that no more. Next time, ask me. Next time, say something. You know what I mean? Like because you don't just touch the shit. You don't just touch the shit. And then not only did you touch it, you fucked it up.
Well, what if they had done a good job?
Well, then again, say something.
Why?
Say
Because
something
that's
again.
half of me.
That is my son. That is my son. So if I always got his hair cut for the last few years, why would you take it upon yourself just to go get it done? Why you ain't say something? Oh, hey, I was thinking about doing such and such.
Why does she have to? Why does she have? I'm just asking. I just want to get to the why. I just want to get to the why.
That's supposed to be communicating about everything. Now, back then, we was trying to kill each other, but now we can still laugh and joke or whatever because we grown past that stage. But as two parents trying to co-parent and communicating about this, that, A, B, C, or D, we communicate about these certain things. If he trip and fall down the steps, I'm gonna shoot a text. Hey, he fell down the steps. He's sitting over here crying like a little punk, but I put a band-aid on it so he good. Just to communicate that, you know what I mean? In a joking way or whatever, but you still gotta communicate. I communicate almost everything that happens, whether it's small or not. Hey, he gonna be late for school today. Or hey, he got out early today. I just shoot a text message over, whether he respond or not. But that's how it should be. But no. And he wasn't wolfing.
But you notice that even in your example, you're shooting texts out after the thing occurred already.
I can't text her and say, "Oh, he about to fall in the steps."
I know that. This is what I'm saying, BJ. So what difference does it make?
No, I didn't see it till when he got home.
Right.
You didn't communicate that with me.
So what?
Certain things are on certain people.
So if I take the child to go buy him some new clothes, right?
Cool.
Hold it. I'm gonna take him to the store and I'm gonna buy him some a new outfit. I'm gonna get a shirt, a pair of jeans, and a pair of sneakers. Do I have to call you and run it by you or see if this is the type that I should buy? No. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna send him home with a bag. And he's going to say, look, Dad, Mom brought me some clothes.
No, you buy the clothes, keep them at your house because that you brought them clothes. Now, if you come home with the stuff on, I got clothes at my house, I got clothes, you got clothes at your house.
That's a whole nother argument. Let's not talk about whether I sent the bag home or not. My question is, do I have to actually say that to you before I go buy him the outfit?
No, what I'm saying is if for the last 3 years I've been getting this haircut, whether it's once a month, once a week, or whatever, why would you jump and mess up the flow that was going on without communicating?
Apparently his hair wasn't done.
No, apparently you was on some bullshit.
No, see, that's you. See, that's what you thinking. See, this, I wanted you to say that. I'm glad you said it.
Apparently,
because that's a person who thinks that the other person is on bullshit anyway. That's how they're going to respond. Just like that.
How long does it take for a kid's hairline to grow back?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Right there. Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a long
Okay.
time since I was cutting my son's hair, so I don't remember. But what I'm going to say is when you think the other person is on some shits, that's the person that would get mad. Sharon wouldn't have been mad because number one, I shouldn't have sent the child over. Now, this was a daughter. That's what he said. I would not have sent my daughter to their house without her hair done anyway. That's first of all. Second of all, if she did her hair, even if it's not quite like I want it, the fact that she tried would impress me. I would not be mad at that. But that's only if we have a good relationship. The whole thing is about the relationship. If I have a good relationship with his new girlfriend, it's not going to bother me. If I don't, and I'm always calling her the B word, and she's trifling, and she always getting on the phone, well, you leave him alone. You just want him back, and all of that. Then no, she better not send her home, and she done had her hands in my child's head. Because see, having your hands in somebody's head, that's like getting to a person's soul to me. I take that very seriously. But if the relationship is good, that's what it depends on. If you trust that the person that you had this child with picks a good quality person, because remember, they picked you, and you think that they're going to pick a right person, and you trust their choice, then I wouldn't be mad. Now, if I didn't like her, and I thought she was trifling and on some shit, then yeah, I would probably be mad.
So just for clarity, in that moment, we did not have the best relationship. You know what I mean? But again, I understand what you're saying. But I mean, I know you don't know the whole situation, and I don't want to put it out there like that because that was 8 years ago, and we're not the same people anymore. We can sit and have a conversation. Back then, you put us in the same house. That was the problem.
That's beautiful. That's
but
growth.
yeah. We wasn't the same thing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But again, it's a relationship, and I think that it's all about communication. Like communicate. Like you just got to communicate.
What you think, Lynn? What's the right answer, Doc?
Well, what I hear you say,
oh Lord, here we go.
Is my child can't be intimate with somebody outside of me and you. So yeah, the hair and the hands, that's a pretty intimate act.
It is.
And what you're really saying is I don't want my child to be exposed to that kind of intimacy without me being present or judging who's going to come into life. And technically, you both of y'all gave that up. That child isn't obligated to either one. If the child likes the person naturally, you know, what they call it now, bonus mom, bonus dad. So
I don't call it bonus nothing. I hate that term.
Yeah,
I don't use that.
You already parents.
Mm-hmm.
But the child can't be intimate with anybody else other than me and you. So I get to dictate who can be in my child's life and not. That's going to backfire on you eventually if you keep up that level of control. When the child gets old enough, big enough, and bad enough to choose, they're going to choose somebody that's going to piss you off. Now, you can play with that fire if you want, or you can be cool. Because if you overreact, it's going to put that child on a different trajectory with you overreacting. That part.
Okay. All right, Doc.
I got one of the kids on the football team. He always with me. Well, was always with me. And he was going to the barber shop to get my kid's haircut. And I was like, let me just call his mother and see. And I called his mother, and she was like, it was fine, but something didn't sit right. So I was like, let me call his father. Let me make sure it's for cool. You know what I mean? Like I called his father. He was like, I don't care. I got his haircut. And it was cool. But again, I could communicate that. Like, because a man thinks differently from a woman. So I wanted to make sure, you know what I mean? Like, drop him off at the house, and I got worried about somebody running up behind me and bust my head open. So communicate.
Yeah. Well.
So Damon had a question. I wanted to answer it. Yeah. So yeah, brother's handsome, loaded. Is he dating down?
Is he dating down or up? If she's fine.
Well, fine is just one qualification. That's a premium, you know. But if she working at McDonald's, but she fine as hell, and you making six figures, then yeah, that's a date down. I don't care how fine she is, and vice versa.
Good answer.
Right. So you're not gonna. So you're going out with the shift manager at McDonald's versus a criminal lawyer who's balling with six figures. Everybody you date is going to bring out a particular aspect of you. If you were to date 10 men, there are going to be 10 different yous with all these men, and vice versa. If I dated 10 women, each woman's going to pull something out of me that the other ones can't. So it depends on who you're with. You normally just make adjustments. If you don't like how you feel with this person, then you probably shouldn't date them.
Mm-hmm. Good answer. All right, I think that's it. I think that was the last video. Isn't that, Mr. Producer?
Yes, ma'am.
And thanks, BJ, for joining in the conversation. I appreciate that. And I hope our show gave a different perspectives to folks out there, give you something to think about or ask about or communicate about, talk about, discuss, whatever around the dinner table. But any final thoughts as we wrap this show up today? Lynn, like a final, just one big final thought from all of this.
The direction I'm steering my clients in now is to stop chasing and start attracting. If you're chasing after it, no, your energy to shift your energy to attracting is going to give you a much better reach, but it's not typically what we do because there isn't anything tangible with that. You know, if I chase, I can see it, but if I attract, it's next level. It's just next level, and it saves you a lot of time, and energy, and headache. Be with somebody that you know is attracted to you. Mm-hmm. Attracted, not looking for a transaction. It's a big difference.
Not transactional, yeah.
Correct.
Okay. BJ, any final thoughts?
I'm just chilling. I mean, I've been out there. I haven't done no podcast. I haven't done no shows. I haven't produced no shows. I ain't really put no content out there. I've been chilling. But August is almost here. So we about to get back at it. The network about to be back in full force. You know, we got like 15 shows throughout the week. So we about to be back in full force. We're working on a lot of different things. Like we got some merch and some clothing, stuff like that we're working on. We got some new shows in the lineup too. As well. Oh, the scientists said it's something headed toward Earth and it's moving really fast and it's like maneuvering. They said it could be an alien attack. So you know me. Hey, I'm waiting for the aliens to come. We done messed up enough. We done messed up enough. We cannot get ourselves together. They need something to go and bring the world together. There's one or two things: the aliens or God. That's it. That's all.
Right.
But don't mind me.
Well, all right then. What you call it? Independence Day. It's gonna be like that.
Hope it ain't like the alien predators show up because we're gonna be in trouble.
I'm gonna be in Ghana when it happens, so y'all have fun with that.
I'm ready to go to Wakanda.
Well, Uganda.
Is there a Wakanda?
Uganda just found 30,000 pounds of gold.
Oh,
it's estimated $12 trillion. That's going to be Wakanda. So if you want to hedge your bet, head over to Uganda.
So that means the U.S. raid go raid it, right?
They found 30,000 pounds. Gold is what, 3,500 an ounce now? So that's pretty big mother. They found a mother lode. Okay. Google it. It's about to go down. My final
thoughts are: if you are a believer in God, stay prayed up. That's all I'm gonna say. And with that, see y'all next Saturday on the Side Zone, 10 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and other places. Shout out to Dennis. See you next week.